Hello, my name is Grant Ross, and today I'm going to be making something called Cowboy cookies, which the best way to describe it is oatmeal raisin cookies, but take out the raisins and replace them with chocolate chips. But there's probably a little more fun stuff in here. So the ingredients that we're using today, we got granulated sugar, flour, we got dark brown sugar, we got milk chocolate chips, we got sweetened coconut shreds or flakes, and then we have old-fashioned rolled oats, some table salt, some unsalted butter, 2 eggs, vanilla extract. It calls for parchment paper, but instead we're using like vegetable oil for the sheet, so hopefully that turns out okay. Then we got some more measuring utensils here. We have 1 cup, a half cup, a tablespoon, a teaspoon, or I think that's a teaspoon, and then I think a 1/4 teaspoon. I also forgot the baking soda, but have our dry bowl, have our wet bowl, and a couple of our mixing utensils here. But yeah, I'll get started here pretty quick. Is combining our butter and sugars right now. So on our butter, each stick is equal to a half a cup, so that's why we're using 2 sticks. I think the serving size is about 35 cookies, which is quite a bit, but more for me, I guess. So there's 1 stick of butter. And also it calls for an electric mixer, but we're just using brute force here. Also forgot to mention that my girlfriend Phoebe is behind the camera, helping me out with this. So thank you to her. Okay, now I have butter fingers, but I'm gonna open up the brown sugar, and once I open up the brown sugar, we'll be right back. So the brown sugar that I have is really hard. So I'm trying to break it up and make it mixable. Obviously, I wash my hands. This is all good. Boom. Here we go. And now I'm going to add the granulated sugar. So it calls for 1 cup of dark brown sugar and then a half cup of the granulated sugar. Right there, going in the bowl. So I'm gonna mix this and be right back. All right, we're about 1/4 of the way of stirring. So this is what it's looking right now. It looks like, not too mixed in. So I think we're gonna throw it in the microwave just to soften up the butter just a little bit. Oh, so much easier. So much easier. Hopefully it didn't mess up our mixture here. Call that good right there. And throw in our 2 eggs. These are large eggs we'll be throwing in here. So there's the first crack down in the trash can. Number 2. Make sure. Yep, okay. I didn't skip a step. So eggs are in. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick, then throw in the vanilla extract. Here's what we're going here. There's 1. It smells wonderful. And 2. I'm gonna start mixing in our whisk together our flour, baking soda, salt, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So here's our flour here, also courtesy of Phoebe. Make sure that's a cup. Okay. So, and from what I understand, you do not want to pack flour. So there's cup number 1 going into the dry bowl, and here's cup number 2 going into the dry bowl. Okay, I'm just gonna do 2 whopping ones, just so I don't overdo it on the salt. Okay, I think that's good. All right, our dry ingredients are stirred together, and now I'm gonna start adding the dry into the wet. Just gonna do a little bit of that in there. All right. should be enough for our first round. As you can see, we're getting these two combined. It's looking pretty good. Now we're gonna be adding our whole grain rolled oats here. So there's 1 cup right here going in. Oh my goodness. Seems like a lot of oats. Yeah, 2 cups. And here is number 2 going in. Sweetened shredded coconut, which I don't think I've had before, but it looks pretty good. Oh yeah, that does smell good. Sorry. But yeah, where's our cup number 1? I don't know if it says pressed or not. I'm assuming it's just, okay, that is not allowed. And yeah, it's a little sticky, but there's our 1 cup right there. And then 1 1/2 cup. I think a little extra flew in there. But there is it says semi-sweet or milk chocolate. Personally, I like milk chocolate, so that's what's going in here. We're gonna do 1 and 1.5 cup of the chocolate chips. So cup, and then the leftover is for me. So we're gonna stir this together. The amount of oats that is in here, I'm gonna be surprised if this all blends, but this is what I'm gonna be doing for a little bit. So with some vegetable oil and get it on a little one. That's all right. We're gonna be monitoring these 2 cookies very, very closely in the oven for the trial run, so we don't destroy an entire batch of cookies. But here's the angry oven right here. Throwing it in 350 for about, I think we're gonna take a peek around 8 to 10 minutes and go longer if needed. Okay, it's been 11 minutes. We think it's right now. Or like the bottoms are a little brown. Okay, my hand's hot. But after just some discussion about the middles being a little soft, we thought letting them sit for a little bit. All right, they've cooled off a little bit. This was 11 minutes. They are a little brown on the bottom, and at least for me, I can like smell the chocolate is kind of burnt. But after taking it out and feeling the top, it seemed a little doughy, but it was hot. But after letting them sit, I think they're fine. But they're not burnt, so that's good. But I think next time when we bake the rest, it's gonna be maybe like a minute or 2 earlier. Just depends on what the taste test is. But here it goes.
Is it good?
The inside is still soft. Those are pretty good. Dang. And even though my inaccurate salt measurements, you can still have a little taste of salt, not too much, not too little. The milk chocolate is pretty good. Personally, I like cold cookies, so I left these in the fridge. Good stuff. All right. Now Phoebe is also going to try the cookie. Get my greasy hands all over her phone.
Thank you.
But, all right.
That's a good tear. That's how you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of the halves.
All right.
Okay. That's actually really good.
All right. Well, there you have it. We're gonna bake the rest of these, but they turned out pretty good. But I think that's the end of my cooking video. Number 1.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.